Part 24I, the controllers on the flat earth. So who are the controllers? The term and how I use it, it's anybody that keeps the truth from the masses, the population. Now, there are different types of controllers. And I'm using this picture of the pyramid so people can kind of see. The people at the bottom of the pyramid, there's many. And they generally would not know the plans or the agendas of the people and the controllers at the top. So, who would be the ones at the bottom? Teachers, professors, clergy, priests, pastors, bishops, rabbis, doctors, lawyers, judges, scientists, those type of people. Those are your low level politicians, congressmen, low level people. And another huge group of low level controllers are people in media, radio personalities, news anchors, reporters, fake truthers that are out there on YouTube and other internet sites that control the information that's being told to the population, to the masses. Their message is broad and important for the controllers, but they're still low level controllers. So who would be towards the middle of the pyramid of the controller system? Your top level government officials, your top level, presidents, prime ministers, people like that. That have the Pope, the figureheads, the puppets that everybody sees out there, the head of industries that are placed in those positions. Those are your mid-level controllers. So who are the top level controllers? I would have no idea, and nobody else would either, because their whole mission in life is to stay out of the public eye and to remain in the shadows and stay hidden. They control because they hide themselves and who they are and what they are. They are not going to be on some nightly talk show or doing interviews or anything like that. These people stay in the shadows, and they stayed in the shadows for a long, long time. So what are the motives of the controllers? Let's start with the low level controllers. They just want to get paid. They just want to have a career. They want to live in the system that they believe in, because they're clueless. They have no idea. The low level controllers have no idea of what's going on out there. The mid level controllers probably have some idea, but they don't have the full picture. The top level controllers would never let anybody that's not in their club of, say, 6,000 to 8,000 people worldwide ever know what the true motives are and the true agenda. And the top celebrity controllers, the ones you guys see on TV all the time and on YouTube and everything, they're in it to get rich. Okay, they just don't want a career. They want to get rich, and they want to have cars and mansions and all that stuff because they do not have an idea of what's coming. They have no idea what's coming. That stuff's not taught in their clubs. I've never been a club. I've never even been in a fraternity or anything like that. I don't know what they teach each other in those clubs. So I'm speculating here, but I know they're not teaching the truth. These people don't know the truth. They're taught, esoteric wisdom, and they're taught all these things from the past. So the low level controllers and the mid level controllers, they're doing it straight out of greed. They want to be paid. They want to be rich. They want to have a lifestyle. They want to live comfortably. They want to, have sex, drug, rock and roll, all that kind of stuff. That's their mode, especially the mid-level controllers. The top level controllers, they could give a rat's ass about that because they are rich beyond anybody's wildest dreams. They have old world money, and they create they create the monetary system. They create all that stuff so they can make whatever they want. Money's not an issue for the top level controllers. The top level controllers' motives, mission, and agenda is about one thing: survival. Now, if you've been paying attention to my series, you know what they're trying to survive, because to them it's about the long game. It's not about the short game. It's the long game. They know about the catastrophe. They don't know how it works. They just know about it. They know and have our true history. Let me repeat that. The top level controllers know our true history. And that is what they are hiding from the masses: our true history. Because if the masses knew about our true history, they would not do the things that the top level controllers need to be done in order for the top level controllers to survive. By rebuilding civilization, rebuilding electronics, rebuilding all that stuff so the controllers can get through or try to get through easily. So if the population of the world understood their true history and understood about the catastrophes and the plasma changeover events, people would not be going to work. They would not be doing the silly things that they do, and they would not believe in this American dream and all these other things that they get people to add as incentive for people to go out there and work. See, industry needs to be rebuilt after the catastrophe. Everything has to be rebuilt. The controllers, the few that make it through, they can't do it. They have to have a population to rebuild industry, to rebuild civilization. And if the people knew about our past and how often and how devastating these events are, people would rebel. They would not go to work. They would be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my time going to a 40-hour-a-week job to get paid nothing to struggle for my entire life. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do that. And people wouldn't follow laws. They'd be like, yeah, I don't care. What does it matter? The controllers know that. That's why hiding our true history is so important to them. Because they have to put a facade out there and they have to give incentives to people for them to go out and work for them. If people don't have incentives, and if they know that right around the corner it can all end, they're not going to go out and do that kind of stuff. They're not. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some dumbass moron out there that will do it because they're stupid. But that's where the mind control comes, the brainwashing, the indoctrination, all that to get people to go out and do the things that the top level controllers need to be done. Because if the people knew the true history, they would not do any of that stuff. They'd be like, no, we're chilling and we're living off the land and we're gonna do whatever we need to survive, but we're not gonna be doing that. We're not gonna be little rats in a city commuting for an hour each way and wasting, a half of your week, and then the other half being wasted by watching stupid entertainment on TV and all the other media outlets that people do. That's why the true history is so important to this, and the top level controllers have it. And that's why the true history of our past is so important. I am trying to show you people where you can find that history. The Bible, other ancient texts, art history, literature, all those places you can piece together our history, our true history. Now, I was planning on making videos and in this video series about, getting in depth in the history, but there's enough stuff out there that I didn't need to do it. That's why I've been sending you to the New Earth channel, Wise Up, Philip Druzizin's channel, and the Bible, the Quran, all those things. There's enough stuff out there where I didn't need to do it. I just need to point you guys in the right direction. So the top level controllers know our true history, but what they don't know is how these electromagnetic plasma catastrophes happen and the science behind it. And that's why I am being very careful on what I disclose in this video series. I have no intentions on putting enough stuff out there so they can figure out the entire process. And that's why I said I have the Holy Grail. When you have the Holy Grail, you have to be really careful on how you describe and how you show how things work without giving away the inner details, so the top level controllers don't get it. And I'm not going to divulge anything that's going to jeopardize them getting the Holy Grail or how it all works. I'm giving enough so the people and the masses can make informed decisions and educate themselves on what is actually happening in their world and what they need to do to prepare and plan for the coming catastrophe. So to the handful of people in my comment section that come in and call me a shill, call me a Freemason, call me, a Satanist or any of that stuff, that none of that stuff bothers me, people. I don't know why you waste your time. I mean, if you watch the video series, which I know you guys are watching, why do you even waste your time with that? I could give a rat's ass what you guys say or what names you call me or anything else. I have extremely thick skin and I don't care. So all you're doing is putting your channel name out there so I can block you, and I don't have to put up with any of your stuff. You're wasting your time by sending long comments and everything else, calling me all that stuff. So I'm here for a mission. My mission is to free my conscience. I had this for 5 years. I didn't know what to do with it, and I figured out a way with Mia to get this information out there. Right now, my conscience is free and clear because I have said everything that I think needs to be said for people to make informed decisions on what's coming up. That's all I care about. You guys, if you want to know how all the inner workings of everything is, then you're going to have to figure out that yourself. Okay? Because I'm going to be very careful in the words that I put in comments and what I say in these videos from here on out, because everything that I've showed you so far is all you need to know when it comes to the catastrophe. Showed you what you need to look for to know when it's going to happen, what steps you need to take during Hell Week and after. I'll get into a little bit more of that because that's not that big of a deal. So I will get into more of that. But my conscience is free and clear. So, I don't plan on walking away. Me and I are going to take this road trip and we're going to have a good time. And I'm just going to, chill and do all that kind of stuff. But, when we come back, I don't know. I'll finish off the video series, but I don't have a time frame on it or anything else. And I had this jackass on the last video that kept on pressing me in the comment section about revealing the date of the last catastrophe. And I let him go for a while because I was just like, this dude's just making a fool of himself. It was the Wizard of Oswald was his name, and I ended up blocking him because he kept on saying, "Oh, gee, I don't have that I'm a shill if I don't say it." Look, it doesn't matter when the last one was. It doesn't matter when it was. It matters when the next one can be and what to do during the next one. Okay, this is about the future. This is about what's coming, not what happened, X amount of years ago and everything else, because that does not matter for the preparation for this one. Okay, the history matters that they happen, but the exact date does not matter. And plus, it would just open it up for endless debate and squabbles and opinions on, oh, gee, this is when it happened. Oh, no, it's not. And people would be going back and forth. And I don't want people to get distracted. I want them to be focused on what is coming. not, gee, I'm the right, I proved it, and this is, this is when it happened, or no, you're an idiot because, this is when it happened. I don't want people to get distracted on dates. Date setting is just, setting people up for failure and for distractions. And I don't want people to get distracted. I want them to focus on the things that they need to focus on in order to get them and theirs through. So that's my mission. My mission is to get people aware of their past, aware that what they've been taught is completely wrong, and for them to be aware of what's coming. And then to give them enough information where they can make informed decisions. And I don't have all the answers to, like, when people ask about dental implants and everything else, right? Like, what am I going to do? I have dental implants. I don't know. Take pliers, pull them out. I don't know. I don't have dental implants that have metal in it, so I'm not even concerned about that. I have other things that I have to plan for. This planning is individual to that person, their situation, their family, their friends, who they want to get through, how they're going to do it, all the planning that they have to do, and the location that they're at. There's not a magic bullet where I can just say, okay, well, this is, you have to do this, this, and this, and you're going to make it through. No. This is why I'm trying to teach people how to think again, because you have to think during this process. And if you think prior to the event happening, you're going to have a much better chance of survival, and you're going to be able to adapt and overcome because you're going to be using your brain. I want people to think. Now, a lot of people think that I'm an asshole and I'm rude and everything else. I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. If I can get people to use their mind again and get them through, then my job will be a success. Okay? If I can get good people through, and then they can teach their offspring and warn and tell all the future generations what not to do so we can prevent this, then I did my job. Now, my other thing that I really want to say in this video, and I think I'm going to end it with this, is to all the minions. And the minions are the low level controllers. You guys need to get a clue. You need to wake up and you need to get a clue. Okay? Those top level controllers do not give a rat's ass about you. Matter of fact, they despise you. They despise you. So all the people that are out there, that have a little bit of idea of what they're actually doing and who they're working for and the complete idiocy of the system that they're in, get a clue and get away from it. Walk away from it. Save your soul, walk away from it. What you're doing, if you're working for the government and you're eavesdropping on people, and if you're doing all this stuff, you guys are so low level. You ain't going nowhere. Nobody's going to be there at the end to try saving you and your families. You guys are peons. You're minions to the top level controllers. They despise you. They hate you because of how you're willing to sell out your own kind. And you guys ain't going nowhere. So to the truth community out there that are, the ones that are the lowest level controllers that are steering people in the wrong direction, wake the hell up, you guys. Wake the hell up. All those guys that have, that had criminal records, and then they got a call from, some government agency, hey, why don't you come do this for us, and start doing these little shows, and we'll pay you good money to do it. You guys ain't going nowhere. You guys are going to be shit out of luck when this event happens, because you guys are on neither team. You're not on our team, and you're definitely not on the team of the top level controllers, because they're going to leave you hanging in a New York minute. So the minions, the peons at the bottom of that pyramid, wake up, get out of it, stop doing the crap that you're doing to the good people. Rethink your life now. Rethink it. All right, that's all I'm going to have for today. I don't know if I'll have another video up before me and I take our road trip, but we are going to have an awesome time, and we're going to be just going and chilling, and we're going to be going to see some sites that we wanted to see, and go visit some friends and family up and down the coast that we're on. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.